Okay, I think we are not live in Facebook, but we are live in Zoom. My great friend Catherine the Great is on there. It was just her picture, but she is here with us. We're getting started. Today is day number 1 of the Merge and Prosper Book Club. And I'm hoping others is going to be joining us. Unfortunately, I was not able to go live from my Zoom and go into Facebook. It would not let me do that. See, Satan is trying to stop something. He ain't gonna stop it. He's not gonna stop it, not to today, not today. Because you know what? Just like this song say, I got strength, courage, and wisdom, and all those are gonna work together for the good for those who love the Lord. And God knows I love him. I'm his daughter. I know that's Catherine's dad too. So we're going to get started, and I'm not going to be before you long. I was wishing there was more going to be joining us inside, but that's okay. We're going to work this out. It will continue. I am not going to stop. I'm on assignment from God, and so therefore, he's going to send those who need to be here. So let me just say this. The book we are reading is going to be, you have it already, it's going to be The Process of Choosing Me Unapologetically, The Fight to Take Off the Mask. And this book, of course, I am the author of this book. I wrote, this book has a lot of the hurt, the tears, the rejoicing, the victories and the triumphant moments. It has it all in there because that's what life is really about. Life is truly about the ups and the downs. You know, there is never a straight path in life. And you know, sometimes we think we get saved or we come to Christ or whatever, and we think it's going to be this straight road. And no, that's not how life works. Life is full of different lessons to be learned, for us to understand our strength and to understand that we are more powerful than we think. We are definitely more powerful than we think. This was not have to write this book. When I started writing this book, Satan had me in a way that I was feeling so ashamed. What's going on with Sister Hair right here? Why is she sticking up? I don't know. We need to fix her up. But, you know, in the beginning, I felt so ashamed. Like, you know what? Do I really want to tell people, you know, the life that I have lived? Do I really want to say the things that I have done or kind of almost like cut myself open and expose who I am beyond this makeup, beyond the smile, who I really am, you know? And that's the person that gets pissed off, get angry, get scared, be fearful, but at the same time that can rejoice and be powerful and feel triumphant. All of those things make up our life, all those things. And it did take me into my later years for me really to embrace that, to really embrace all those ups and downs and just knowing that they are purposeful. They are purposeful. Everything that we go through is purposeful. I know we hear that, and we hear that's just like a kind of a cliche, but it truly, truly is. And I had to really, during these times, and when I was starting to write the book, I really had just begun to hold on to those moments and realize these are lessons that I learned. And I remember thinking at one point, I remember saying, remember the verse, James, I think it's James 1 and 2, I believe it is. And we say, you count it all joy. And I remember one point in the midst of my trial, I was saying, thank you, because and I remember this was really a conversation that went on in my head. I was said, thank you for the trials, because you know what, without these trials, I didn't realize how strong I was. Without these trials, I didn't realize the brilliance God had put in me. And I'm no respecter of a person, because if he does it for me, he's going to do it for you, and he's doing it for you, and he's done it for you. And it's that point of just acknowledging what it is that he has done in our lives, right? And this is kind of what this book is just about. It's about taking off the mask of living that double life. I was a straight 007. I don't think I didn't do was fall down from the sky, kind of snake. I didn't do that. But it was like putting on this mask for everyone else, wanting everybody else to feel comfortable, wanting everybody else to be happy, wanting everybody else to think that I was someone that I was not at that moment. At the same time, I was, but I was not. We're going to get more into that as well. So, but anyway, again, I hope you have your book. I dropped the link in one of the posts that can take you right to the Amazon link, and you can grab your book called The Process of Choosing Me Unapologetically. Just being unapologetic. I am me with all my flaws, with all my stuff, with all my baggage. I'm still Imogene, period. And you are still you, period. And you know what? You are the best you that God has you at that moment. And there's so much more for our lives. And so anyway, we're going to get started. And I'm hoping to have an opportunity. If you see me, I'm hoping people will click onto the link that's in the Facebook page. Again, unfortunately, I can't go into the Facebook page till I figure that out. And they can click on the link and they'll be able to join us in the room. But I wanted to have ask a couple of questions. I have my little notes for our book club, because this is a reason why I'm super excited about this book club. Even though we're virtual, we're all over the place. You know, people that's in the actual that's signed up in the group, we're all over the place. We're in different locations and things like that. But what I would want to do is for us to meet. I'm undecided right now, so I want to kind of get some feedback if we should be meeting once a month or twice a month. Right now I have us meeting twice a month to get started, because I want to figure the frequency of things. We get a chance to know each other. You know, we get a chance to make friends, even though we're in different cities. That's something the pandemic did. Right now, I have so many different girlfriends that are just literally all over the world that I talk to via Zoom. It's right now, like being on Zoom with my friends, it's kind of like, it's like you sitting on my couch. I am not lying. I get real comfortable, because although we can't touch each other, we can really get opportunities to share and talk, laugh, because I am goofy. I gotta admit, I love a good laugh. In saying that, my laugh sometimes is loud, but that's okay. I remember when I was married and I met my husband's brother, and he was saying hi, and he had said something real funny. And I just belted out this laugh. This is my normal laugh. His brother said, she sure do have a hearty laugh. But that's okay. That's what I want us to do. Be able just to be ourselves and not hold back, just to laugh. And just for a little background, for many years, I held a book club in my home. And we met once a month. We came together, we read a book, and we read one book a month, and we came together and we discussed, we cried, and we talked, we laughed, and we grew. We grew in our relationship to God. We grew in our relationship with one another. We grew in how do we problem solve the different things that was going on in our lives, because I can honestly say you're not by yourself. Nothing that you're going through, that you're not by yourself. If the Lord has brought you in a space with us, with other women, and where we can be here and we're talking, trust me, whatever that you're going through, that thing that you feel is so secret that you gotta hide it, and I can guarantee you, once you get that nerve to speak it out, you're gonna meet other women and saying, yeah, I did the same thing, or yeah, I'm going through the same thing. Let's lock arms, let's pray, let's get together, and let's do this thing together. And that's where I hope this is a space where we can do that. And that's what we did. I had my book club, it was kind of we were face to face. So again, I'm not settled on the once a month or twice a month. All right, again, I'm leaning toward twice a month. And the other thing that I want us to do when we meet is that we're gonna have a food theme. Yes, food theme. So I'll put the food theme out there and say, okay, this is when we meet. Make sure you come to the room with your version of whatever that is, because I've recently went vegan. Yes, I did. And let me tell you this, my mature digestive system thanks me every day. Every day, my mature digestive system. Yes, yes. When when you start getting up there, things start acting funny. You know, like I used to didn't gluten didn't bother me when I was younger, but as I get older, stuff be bothering a sister. But anyway, that's probably more information you wanted, but you got it. So anyway, I am saying, so it's gonna be our version of whatever it is. I still love tacos. Tacos is my most favorite food in this whole world. So if y'all want to invite me to your house, you can have me some tacos. Just put some black beans in it. I still eat it. It's a taco. It has a shell. It folds in half. It got salsa on it. I still like it. So invite me. And so that is something. So we'll just have different themes that we will talk about and we'll kind of disagree on and come together with that. And it's amazing to see the creativity that happens in the room. And I think Catherine, I'm inviting Catherine in again. Let's see. There she goes. Hey, Catherine. Catherine twice. Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Oh, you got to echo. Oh, you got to echo because you have your other one up.
I got to turn the other one off.
Uh-oh, yeah. So I was talking about the food thing, that we'll have a food theme every month.
Okay.
So when we meet up, is whatever your version is, we just come to the room with that. Whatever that looks like, whoever that is, you will come to the room and we get to see all the creativity. Because like, I don't know if you heard me say, I'm vegan now.
Yes.
So my taco gonna look different, but you can best believe it's gonna be a taco because that's my food. Right. That's gonna be the first theme. I'm telling y'all now. The first theme is Mexican theme. Period.
Okay. I got you.
So, but yeah, and so anyway, but that's kind of what it is. And then the last thing I want to just kind of talk about the book club. This is my vision and this is my heart's desire for the book club. Because we're going to be in all different locations. That's why we're doing it online. My goal is, because I love a good event. I love it. That we can all come together and meet up somewhere and say in a year time, which what we did last time. In 1 year, who was all there. We did this big old vacation, as you want to call it, event together where we can all just come and take a trip and we get a chance to meet each other face to face. And I think that would just be so cool because I am believing God, because I know there's some event planners are in here somewhere. I know there's some people that can make things happen. I'll make things happen. I know it can work. So I'm super excited about that because I know some big things are going to happen and we're going to get a chance to share many joys or whatever. So anyway, now I got all that housekeeping out the way. All that's out the way. I want to say, welcome, Catherine. Yay! She's the first president. Yay! Yeah. Right.
I'm ready for you. I'm ready. Real talk.
Real talk. Right? Oh, girl, I need that paddle. I need that paddle in my life. I need it in my life, Catherine. I need that in my life. But Catherine, so since you only went on the Zoom, I got to ask you some questions.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. Basically, I want you to introduce yourself.
Okay.
In that introduction, I want you to give me your favorite food or dessert or both.
Okay.
A fun fact about yourself.
Okay.
And look, girl, my handwriting's so bad. I should have been a doctor. The last one, if you can travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Okay.
All right, come on, Catherine.
All right.
Give it to me.
So my name is Catherine Washington. I am in the Midwest, which is Overland Park, Kansas, which is really close to Kansas City, Missouri, and known for the Chiefs. That's the best way to describe it, because everybody knows the Chiefs. So that's who I am and where I'm from. You said favorite food?
Yeah, your favorite food or dessert or both.
Oh, wow. Favorite food would be probably I love Mexican. I do like that, but probably I love watermelon. I don't know if it's because
Ooh,
I've been hot lately, but yeah, it's I've been doing a lot of watermelon.
just cut one
Uh,
up right now, literally right before the Zoom. I just cut one up and just
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like okay, my husband's like, how many? I just bought one. Yeah, I know. All I can keep telling him is don't judge me.
right. Catherine,
Just
what you put
cut
on
it.
your, you put anything on your watermelon?
I do not. Growing up, I did because my dad always put salt and pepper on it.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. I haven't got to that point. You know, it's just like I just want to eat it and I can't stop. Uh, which I heard the sugar in watermelon will cause your hot flashes to, yeah.
Really?
Oh, and I will be sweating and still just eating. So that's what
Is
it
that
is.
why sister been sweating on extra?
Yeah, that's so they told me they was like, you know, you got to put that down. I said, well, no, that's not an option.
No,
Uh,
right. Now when you get going with it, Catherine, I agree.
no,
I
I have
agree.
no control.
Catherine, I poured me some lemon on mine and some tahine. It's a whole meal. It's a whole meal from
Lemon and what?
the tahine, the isn't it called tahine?
Oh, the time. Okay,
And the
you know,
tahine
I'm gonna try that.
salt, that no, that salt that they put on it, that peppery salt.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I put those two on there, girl.
I'm gonna try that now
It
that
don't
you
make
said
no
it.
sense. And I shouldn't have it because you know, sister got blood pressure issues.
See,
Everything has been good. I have my it's been under control for many, many years, but I be pressing the funk on it.
and I don't know. Well, you vegan, so I'm sure you know Tabitha Brown.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Uh-huh,
yeah.
exactly. Uh-huh.
So the other day, her and her daughter did. They're doing mustard.
I seen that, girl.
She said it wasn't good, so
Okay, did you
I'm gonna
try it?
trust her. She tried it.
Did
I
you
didn't
try it?
try it. No,
Oh,
it's not.
okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I would have to do that later on when I need to be done with watermelon. Then I try and then be like, I don't need no more of you. So yeah, so I haven't done the
You
mustard.
said you're gonna try it later on when you be done with water.
Yeah, like what I'm like when you know when you cut it and it literally tastes like a carrot. We had that experience. We were like, what is this? No sweetness, just crunchy.
Yeah.
And
Right.
watermelon shouldn't be like that. So
No.
yeah.
But you know what? We have been really blessed to have some really good sweet ones. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, they're like candy sweet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And yeah.
And that's probably why my hot flashes is so serious because it's so sweet. Dessert. My favorite dessert is ice cream. You give me some ice cream and I'm done. So
Right. What kind do you like? What's your kind?
I'm a root beer float person. And
Ooh.
I'll do a float with anything. So it's not any one particular thing. Actually, it's funny because today, my niece and nephew, we all went to Top Golf.
Hold on
And
one second. I'm gonna let Mavis in. Hold on, let somebody in.
okay. All
Okay.
right.
Hey Mavis. I don't think she can. We can't hear her yet because she's on. She's connecting the dots. Hey Mavis. She's on mute.
Hey, fam.
Hey, honey, how you doing?
Late to the party, late to the party.
Okay, Catherine is introducing herself. We're gonna get to you next, so you be ready.
Yes. So ice cream. We went to Top Golf today, and I don't think my niece and nephew had ever seen anybody make a root beer float or any type of float. So I did that in front of them, and at first they were like, "Oh my gosh, it's so nasty!" But then they order ice cream and do the same thing. I don't know. Oh, that was their new experience.
I know, really, just go for the bomb. That's period. That is so period.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when I have ice cream, if you want to put me to sleep, and actually my ex-husband used to do that, it puts me straight to sleep. When
Are you serious?
it's like a sedative to me. I go to sleep. So he used to give me a bowl of ice cream like here. I'm like, forget you. Yeah.
Hey,
So
you sleepy.
anyway, but
You sleep.
name, so this is Catherine the Great.
Morning.
And this is Mavis. We're just introducing
Mavis, okay.
ourselves. And so I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. I got questions for you, Mavis.
Okay, no.
And I gotta tell you, I'm loving that hair, girl. You know I'm loving your
I
earrings.
know.
I'm loving
That is
that.
pretty.
Oh yeah, I'm
Girl,
loving
ain't had time to go put a scarf and all of that on. It was just like, Lord, let me just come. I'm late. Let me just come on. Let me jump on real quick. She know I got to support my sister.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I mean, I'm loving it. So this is your questions, Catherine. Marvis. Okay. And you introduce yourself with your name, of course. You're gonna give us your favorite food or dessert or both. Give us, you know what, you didn't tell us that. A fun fact about yourself.
Oh, me?
And
Okay.
then tell us where would you like to travel? Catherine, we got to talking. We missed all that. I'm coming back to you, Catherine.
Okay, that's fine.
So if you can give me, so let me start over, Marvis. It's gonna be your favorite food or dessert, a fun fact about yourself, and if you can travel anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Okay, so my favorite food right
What's your
now.
name?
I'm sorry. Okay, so my name is Marvis. My favorite food right now is sweet potato fries. I can't get enough of them.
That's real. That's real.
You know, the struggle is real. So when you're gluten free, you take your wins wherever you can get them. So
Right.
so yeah, sweet potato fries is probably my favorite right now. And
Are you making
I
sweet
think
potato fries yourself? Are you doing them yourself or are you buying them?
oh no, girl, no. We ain't buying them. We find somebody to fix them.
Okay.
So that's my son going to get turkey burgers and sweet potato fries, and I was just like, I can make a meal off of the sweet potato fries, but
Right.
And then I think a place that I have not gone that I wish to see, it'd be Europe.
Oh, any place in particular? Just do like a Europe just tour.
I'm just kind of one of those people, I don't like keep reading about places. I want to go see them.
Yeah.
And and be in. And one time I never did want to go to Europe, but now I want, for some reason in the last few years, I don't want to keep reading about Paris and England, and I even take a chance on Germany. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but anyway, so that's my goal in life. I want to be a professional traveler. I want to be a professional traveler when I grow up.
Girl, right? No, right? Exactly. I know a girlfriend of mine. She did a Europe trip. It was like they have a jump. She was like jumping to the different places. She loved the pictures were beautiful. She loved it. She really did.
That's what I said. Italy and Spain, and because I don't want to stay in one place too long. I kind of want to, country hop.
Right. No, that's real. I love that. I love that. I know. I just recently came on a group. It's a group in Facebook. I think it's called Traveling Divas. Are you guys a part of that?
No, but I should
Diva
be.
Travel or something like that. It's African American owned. I think it's by women, and they going, like, their trips are like sold out months already. They have Dubai. They have.
Hopefully, I'm gonna be in Dubai in November 2022.
You going to Dubai in November 2022?
That's the goal. That's me and my friend. We going with a book group. They're doing a trip. And so they normally go to the Bahamas, but they're going to Dubai November 2020. So we hoping that everything be cleared up, cleaned up, and all.
Right.
So we saw, and it may have been the same place that you were talking about. We saw a trip that was March of 2022, but we were kind of scared to put our money out there, and have everything closed down. So
Right.
hopefully by November, you're going to figure it out.
Right. No, that's real talk. No, that is real talk. I hear you. I know. I have never been to the Bahamas as of yet. I've never been there. Everybody has been to the Bahamas, except for me. Except for me.
Girl, we got to plan a trip.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was saying that is the goal of this book club for 1 year, to plan this trip, that we can all do this trip somewhere. We just have to decide what that's going to look like. And so, but yeah. But anyway, thank you for sharing. But we got to go back to Catherine because she didn't get all her questions. She ain't letting her go. It's only us on here. Catherine, you didn't tell us that fun fact. Oh, no, wait a minute. Marvis, you didn't tell me what's the fun fact about you. Marvis, like,
I don't know.
Marvis, I'm gonna look at you like, really?
That's what I said, fun fact. Well, Imogene know that line dancing is part of my core of my business. So
Yeah.
So yes. So I guess that's a fun fact.
Right. And maybe one day Marvis will do a line dances with us at the book club.
Please.
Hey. Nothing to it.
Yeah, I was like, I know that's a fun fact, and that's good. So how are you still? Are you back? Are you still doing them online, Marvis? Or are you inside of a building?
We did one outside in June, but we still doing virtual, so we still doing Zoom. No.
Where are you at, Marvis?
I'm in North Carolina.
Okay.
So I'm in Durham, North Carolina. So we've had one outside event, and it was pretty good. We it was safe. It felt good. But since the pandemic, I've been on Zoom. So yeah, because I'm up here with my son in Chicago right now.
Oh, are you in Chicago?
Yeah, I rode up with him, and then I'm gonna fly back to North Carolina Tuesday.
Oh, okay. I know Catherine, she's in Kansas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So Catherine,
I love dancing.
I know, I do too. I really do.
I'm a danceaholic.
Yes. Yes, girl.
We're gonna have to pick a book with some dancing in it so we can have a reason for the do line dance.
Yes,
or we can just, to get out because that's one of the things I tried to do is, like the night I was just playing anything because it was kind of like, look, y'all know them. I was struggling. TJ got me set up in his house so I could teach it. And we didn't miss it. So but I tried to do something, I tried to do it based on audience. So tonight was just it was just ratchet all the way around. I was like, well, let me put on all my ratchet today. I was like, we need a little ratchet. Because I swear out my goal is I'm going to have a stiletto class.
Yes.
But
I will go.
but I did, and this is not original. I just happened to read somebody's book and they were wanting a stiletto class. And I was like, you know what? I can do a stiletto line dance class as long as everybody had their flats nearby. Girl. So it's gonna have to be the quiet storm that we do it. So
no, I love wearing heels. I absolutely love it. I've been wearing it. I think my foot have got an inch wider or two since this pandemic because I haven't been in them. And I was like, am I really that short? I forgot how short I really was. I wore heels for so long.
And Catherine, the running joke with the crew is they said, do you want to go work out? And I was like, sure, we're going to be at the sun. And I was like, okay. So I come on down and, I got some light strides, 2 or 3 inches, whatever. That's what I walk with. I mean, that's my go-to. And they all wouldn't say anything, but they were all concerned because I was over there walking in 2 inch, 3 inch heels on the treadmill. And I was just looking at them like,
We over there running on the treadmill with our tennis shoes. She's on the treadmill next to us in her heels, just.
I believe it.
That's what I danced. So it was kind of like, and then we saw some girls doing planks, and you know, I was admiring them, and they were like, "We admire you for walking in the heels," and I was like, "My friends ain't saying a thing. They just said, oh, that I didn't have anything flat to wear in a way, so." But that's what I dance in, so it was kind of like, no.
We was always like, well, go ahead on. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Yes, I am. I'm impressed. Sure.
Yeah. I got some people that may be interested in the stiletto class. I'm going to put that together.
Girl, you better put that together. You better invite me because I got some stilettos that I have. I call them my fast heels. That, you know, I don't wear them nowhere because they my fast heels. But still, they my fast heels. Yeah, they sparkly, they blue, they sparkly. Oh yeah, I wear them. I would. But anyway, look, Catherine, you know I'm not letting you off the hook in no time soon.
I thought.
Catherine, come on, give us a fun fact.
Well, y'all talking about dancing. A two-step. I don't know if you've ever heard of two-stepping, but me and my husband, we do it quite often.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, we met on the dance floor.
Okay.
And he proposed to me on the dance floor.
All right. So. Go on now.
Well, all right.
So yeah, so I am very, two-stepping is, KC two-step is like different because it's really a man's dance. But the person that is really well known for our line dancing and two-stepping in Kansas City is her name is Dee Barker. And Dee Barker teaches women how to make two-stepping sexy. Like the woman still looks sexy because really you only have to stay on beat. You just got one, two. That's it. That's all you do. But when you start doing it with Dee starts showing you how to put your twist in it, how to do all kinds of stuff. So it's all the man's dance because he controls, he tells like, okay, we're going left, go right.
Oh, really?
But she teaches you how to put some sexy in it.
All right.
That's what I love doing with her. So yeah, two-stepping is my thing.
Oh, I wanted to look.
I want to learn how. I want to.
You can't teach us some two-stepping.
See, we'll see.
Look, I do without a partner. She's doing with a partner, so that's gonna take some time.
Look, right now, unfortunately, I'm at the makeup apartment, so I'll pretend.
they have in classes now, and they say it's a BYOP, bring your own partner. So it's
I'm trying to say, I can't think of the name of. It's another dance, and the people and it's a sexy dance, but I just can't think of the name of it. I don't even know if the woman's still doing it, but it was kind of like, I'm just going to try it.
Mm-hmm.
So
give myself a chance.
Is a two-step like, is it, how can I ask it? Is it, because I've seen like, this is bad, but I'll be transparent. The only two-step that I really know of is the one with R. Kelly in that song.
Yo. It's yo.
It's a two-step.
No, it's not.
So two steps to the right. So 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left.
No, it's not that. It's not that one. That's more of a line dance.
So is it like, is a two-step have, is it what you make it to be, or do you have a certain step?
You have a certain step because there's certain it's a certain beat. It's a 1, 2, 3. It's a 6 count step. So the woman just keeps doing that same step over and over. The man does the same step as well. However, he will add his own flavor. So I've yeah,
So
my
like
husband is,
Chicago
it's
got
kind
the
of like
eight,
Chicago step,
but
but
they
Chicago
eight.
is 8.
That's
Yeah,
right. And so
yeah,
it's kind of more like a cha cha cha
yeah,
um than a 1, 2, 3, 4. So okay,
right.
Oh, y'all,
it,
see, I'm at
it's
the
the same.
kids. I'm gonna start YouTube and stuff. See, y'all
What
messing
Yeah.
you
up.
talking about? That's what, I
And,
can't wait.
and
I was
I'll
like,
tag you in. I think it's so funny because when we went to Cancun in October, we met this couple from New York and they were doing salsa and they had that looking good. And so I was like, they was teaching us, and then they was like, so what do y'all do in Kansas City? And so we started dancing and they recorded us. So and
They
then she put it on
right?
Facebook.
They put you on Facebook?
Yes.
Oh, I
So,
want you tag me in it.
so that's what I was going to say. I'll tag you so you can see what it looks like.
Okay,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, this is it. Whatever trip we decide, it's gonna have to make sure there's some dancing there. We
There's
need
some dancing.
some
most
line
there.
dancing and some two-stepping going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You know, the most exhilarating dance was when we were in California and and Matt had me up there salsa. And I thought he was gonna spin my ass around all out the door. But I was just, because that's what I originally went looking for, was a salsa class.
Right.
But I ended up finding line dance, and I was like, wait a minute, this my I can do this, plus the music.
Right. I know we
was
just
good.
started a salsa class here in Fresno where I live at, and I was but everything now you have to have a partner, and being single now, I don't have the opportunity, like you go in there, other women start looking at you sideways like, why you by yourself?
Right.
You need a partner. So
I hear you.
so anyway, I'm gonna have to just rely on YouTube for right now until I can find a class that accepts the singles.
And as far as where I want to travel, well, I just got news yesterday that my trip to Bali is canceled. So I was supposed to go in September.
Oh,
And they're not opening.
Oh, they're not opening?
My heart hurt. They said, but you can. So they want us to go to Phuket, Thailand. And I just really didn't. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. But I have been trying to get to Canada, St. Catharines. After I saw Harriet Truman, oh Lord, Harriet Tubman. After I saw Harriet Tubman, I just was really intrigued, like you were saying about reading. I just want to go to Canada. So that was the plan last year, had it all booked, or 2020, had it all booked for my birthday. And then they said, yeah, no. And they still are saying, yeah, no.
Canada hasn't opened up their border?
No.
Not for us.
Canada has not opened.
It was like, no. I have been to Canada. I really enjoyed it. What really struck me the most about Canada, because I went down there kind of more for business, more than so just say travel and having fun. But their sense of safety was really amazing. Like, they had said, like, they just said, like our high-end stores, they usually inside of a building and, there's locked up or whatever. All these high-end stores are like this on the street. You know, it's like, because they had said there's one place I was saying, is any place I shouldn't be going to when I was going to kind of do a little tourist thing? It was like, well, this place over here. I go, oh, okay. She'll oh, but don't worry. Like, you won't get your purse taken or nothing like that. I'm like, well, what you worried about, man? Like, what's bad about it? But yeah, the crime rate is so low.
Right.
They're like so I was really impressed with that. So, made you feel more adventurous at that point. But it was just beautiful. I mean, it was, went to Vancouver. It was beautiful. It was just really beautiful.
Mm.
So yeah, but we have to plan us a trip. But still, as long as I'm good,
Okay.
I got some dancing in it.
Oh yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. So, but anyway, so that is my two sisters on here. Hopefully, we have more. I don't just to do a quick recap. I was talking about maybe going to meet twice a month or once a month. I'm not too for sure because when I had my book club that we was face to face, we did once a month and we read the book and then we came back and discussed the book. So we had 1 month to read it and discuss it and then come back and just talk it through or whatever at that point. So what did you guys feel on that? Because I do want us to get to know each other. But do you think the once a month is that would that be sufficient? Would that be okay with you guys just to go through whatever book we have? My book, the book that we're reading now, the process of choosing you unapologetically, it's small. So 1 month is not an issue. It's not a big deal. But we go into other books that's maybe a little longer or whatever, then we can.
Well, most even the I'm going. I know y'all gonna take away my black card, but my one of my book clubs.
What you say, Mark?
I said, y'all know y'all gonna take away my black card, so I just give it up. So one of my book clubs, they in October we supposed to be reading Obama's Promised Land or whatever it is.
Oh,
And it's 700 pages, and I was the only one that voted down. I was like, no, no. Do you know how many books I can read? And by the time I read one, and then one of my friends said she's got it on audio. And he's talking. I said, I'll be asleep every time. I never finished reading the book. I was like, and it's only the first 4 years of his presidency. No, so that means he got another 4 years to write. And then he got 4 years of Trump. And it no, so and then I was the youngest one in this, then they all, we gotta read it. So then after they chose it, then they were like, well, we're gonna need some time to read it. So they pushed this book back to October, and I was kind of like, and that's the book club I don't plan on attending because I know I'm not gonna read it. I'm just sorry. I got too much going on in life for to be reading a 700-page book. Oh Lord, no. But everything else is pretty much,
well, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Hey, Miss Marvin. So, hey, Miss Marvin, I'm gonna keep that in mind. but I think we just keep them reasonable. A book I really, really super enjoyed. I enjoyed it actually way more on Audible than I did reading it, and I love reading. I do. I love reading. But I happened to just be driving and listen to it on Audible and fell. I didn't listen to it about 3 times from beginning to the end. And that's The Water Dancer. Is one of Oprah Winfrey's book club books. It's called The Water Dancer. If you have Audible, the book is good. Okay. But if you have an Audible that you can listen to it, I'm telling you, we just listened to it out of town. I was heading back. We got home. We didn't get out the car for an hour because we refused to stop listening.
Wow.
In the driveway, literally in the driveway, and listened to the book, finished it up. We refused to get out.
Water dance.
It's called Water Dance, and I'm the author of the book. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. It starts with A, but it was a Oprah Winfrey book club choice. It's one of her choices, and it was just the best, one of the best books that I read. It was just good all over. So, but anyway, so I think so. What I'm hearing, we're going to say once a month. Is that good? I think it'll kind of fit in everybody's busy schedule.
Hey,
Say once a month. Yeah, because I know we all have things we're trying to do, and we all have our own businesses, and this is just for us to get together and just kind of share and talk, and just talk about various things. But before time is, I have to keep a close eye on the time. 5:30. Okay, I want to just do 1 hour, so we got like 8 minutes. But I want to ask you guys a question. I don't know I know Catherine. I think Catherine, you have your book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marvin, so do you have the book?
No, I need to get the book out. I saw she know how much I'm on Facebook. So when I happen to see it, and I said, "Oh my God, let me just pop in."
No, you're fine. You're fine because what I want to do, like I'm gonna for like just for the day, just so we can kind of have a place where we're going to start. I just want to for the day. I'm just going to really just kind of talk about really so much. I'm just going to talk about the first chapter, and then when we meet up again, then we'll talk about the book, and then we can just kind of take it from there. So I'm just going to do that for these few minutes, just so we have the opportunity to kind of read through it and make our markings or whatever. To me, I know I wrote it, but at the same time, I read this book often because it always encourages me when I feel down, when I feel like I'm in this space of with my back against the wall. And I'm like, Lord, I don't understand. And I'm feeling frustrated and I'm crying out to God, trying to figure direction. I always go back to this book and I always read it and I always get encouraged. I always reminded you are way stronger than what you're putting out there right now. You're stronger than that. You have the answers. You just got to own up to it. So, it's so to me, for me, it didn't only help me when I wrote it, it helps me currently to today, day in and day out. But I had wrote some things down. I'm not going to read them all for the sake of time, but I just want to just kind of put it out there. And I'm gonna leave those because I know we all didn't have. Which one I'm gonna read? I'm just gonna read it from here. Okay, on the very first page of the book, I had wrote in there. I'm just gonna read this the very first page, and it's like the last chapter of that first page. And I'm just gonna ask you guys a question and just kind of tell me what you think. It says, as I begin to embark on the journey of believing who I am and who truly God is in my life, I was not prepared for the twisting road ahead and at times having to reset the journey. I had to keep reminding myself to do it afraid. I made a commitment to myself to no longer go around the mountain, but to go through the mountain. And so just on that, I'm going to just kind of stop there. What do you think that what do you think that I meant? What does that mean to you if when you say, I just don't want to go, I'm no longer going to go around the mountain. It's that decision of saying, I'm just going to go through it. What does that mean to you, and how does that resonate with you? And if it does, just kind of share with us.
I personally, it's funny because I had that underlined myself. Uh, um, well, we met in Kingdom Entrepreneur, and understanding and being afraid of doing certain things in your business, you kind of, well, I have hidden behind a lot of things, and I'll be like, well, yeah, I should do that, but no. But as I'm becoming closer with God and having closer and learning more about me, it's like it doesn't make sense that if I truly really believe in the word of God, when he says you should have a life abundantly, it doesn't make sense for me not to be walking in abundance.
Yes.
And I blame no one but me. Right. I'm not that person that be like, oh, because of the color of my skin. Like I tell my kids, no, you have black privilege. I mean, everybody talks about white privilege, but you have black privilege, which means you can handle any. I mean, you know what to do if you have no. As I tell my daughter, I said, I said, okay, because my daughter, she homeschools, and they were talking about white privilege, and I was like, but no, y'all got black privilege. And she's like, what are you talking about, Mom? I said, let me ask you a question. If your lights got cut off today, what would you do? And she gave me all these things that she would do.
Like,
I said, now if you go to a person that's only being in a white environment, they would not, especially in my neighborhood, they would not know what to do. I said, if your water get cut off, that just means you need to collect gallon jugs. I don't know. I mean, so I tell people that I have Black privilege because I grew up never having more than 2 utilities at the same time. So I know how to make things happen.
Right.
So that's how
that resilience. I love
the resilience that keeps me going. And so having that testimony, I look at my business and God's like, excuse me, so why aren't you thriving in this area? And I know it's all about me being afraid, what if could happen, all of that. And so when I read that, it was like, there's no more excuses. Let's just do this.
Right.
And
Right.
what I've learned more than ever in the entrepreneur group is all of us are afraid, but we just keep moving. And that's a part of the journey, is to keep messing up.
Right.
So
that's real.
that's
I
where
love
it is.
that. No, yeah. Catherine the Great. I love that.
I love
that. Yes.
Where I am.
And Catherine, I mean, this kindred spirits, because I know that a lot of things I do afraid, but I have no choice. And then when I look at what my people went through, you know, they were entrepreneurs and they didn't have all of these, I've got to do this, I got to do that. They did it because it was survival.
Right.
So, you know, if they had to do those dinner plates and sell a few so they could get whatever was done, they done it. Right. So, you know, or cutting grass or doing all of those things that, you know, my granddad, he didn't, I don't know if my granddad had a second grade education, but I know he couldn't read. But he could fix a lawnmower, he could kill any animal, know how to skin it, cook it, barbecue it, do in, you know, he knew how to do cane bottom chairs. I mean, so he had all of these talents and he used them.
Right.
And not reading was no excuse. He was one of the smartest persons because he had to retain so much knowledge in his head because he couldn't read.
Right.
So, you know, and you couldn't get over on him. He knew what a dollar bill looked like. And he knows it was a 5, 10, 20, and he knew how much he said he charged. So when you have that kind of drive that was supporting you, what I'm going through is just simple. It should be easier. I shouldn't have any excuse for not making my business successful. Right. So, you know, I can't keep running scared. I got to go in and do what I need to get done. And so,
no, I love that. No, I do.
So sometimes you got to go through this. I ain't got time to go over the mountain. I got to go through that stuff. I got to go through it because that's the quickest way for me to get there.
Right. So, and that's exactly what I mean, if we don't take that, trying to go around it is actually adds more stress. It adds more challenges in just going through it. And it is in that space for me, and I say go through it and doing it afraid. It's like, I'd rather be afraid and move through and go through the quicker. They said the shortest way is a straight line. Go there instead of trying to go all the way around and go on this big old curve. Go through it and do it. And again, like Catherine saying, just trusting God. Like I say that every day, all day long. God, I trust you. God, I trust you. I trust you, and I'm moving forward. But I love what you said, is both you said about that resilience of our people. Is like, honestly, I tell you the truth, there is no way you can make me go hungry. I mean, literally.
Never.
I don't know how to go hungry when there's stuff something. I shock myself with the meals I know how to cook when things get low. Like, how did you make that? Well, really, I don't know, but it's good, right?
That's it.
You know,
That is it.
and so that is just the beauty, is that resilience that's saying that I know I'm scared. And you know what, I have to say this real quick, and not being ashamed that we're scared.
Right.
I think that shame is a bigger blocker than the fear sometimes.
Right.
You know?
That's true.
And so it's like I gotta remove the shame to say I'm just gonna do it anyway. And if it works out, it do. And if it do, I'm happy. I didn't made it through. But it's that resilience. It's about that grit. There's trying, and you don't give up, because everything that we go through is a lesson involved in the midst of it.
That's it.
Everything. I know you guys can attest to that. There's nothing you ain't went through today that you was like, well, wait, let me think about, let me keep a piece of that so I can have that sharpen my little spear so I can go fight something else later. Is this a sharpening tool for your weapon to keep moving forward, in life? And it's our journey. My journey gonna look different from you guys' journey.
Right.
Our journey looks different from mine.
That's
But
it.
it don't make your journey less real, mine less real. We
Right.
all got to do this thing afraid. Period. Good.
Period.
You
Yes.
know. So, but anyway, so that was good. And we're right at, we just 4 minutes over. I'm trying to be right. But so what I want us to do, if you know other people that you want to join, remind them. I'm going to set the meeting for this time next month, give people a chance to get the book and to read. By this time, we're really going to discuss the whole book. And as you can see, this conversation can go deep, and it may go over two months, because with more people in the room, and that was one paragraph, one sentence. One sentence in the book. So
that's it. All right. Maybe one sentence may not be, look, 1 hour may not be, well, it all depends on how engaging you are, where it takes you to. So, as folks say, sometimes we may have to go a little bit over, but that's okay, because
I'll leave the room open. If they want to stay, they can stay. If not, we have those options or whatever. But yeah, because I know it is sometimes, I don't know if you guys done this, your book clubs. We had a whole book, somebody say something, and we totally don't even talk about the book. Because we got a whole nother subject, and we talking about, and it'd be good conversation, but wherever it leads us at that.
Well, and that's my thing with my, one of the book clubs, the one that I started virtually, it was, you don't have to read the book. All I want you to do is come for the social stuff, because this gets you out of where you at. So, reading, and because once again, all of us can read the same book, but we bringing different experiences to the table. So,
right. And that's the thing right there.
Catherine over there talking about Bali, and I'm over there like, well, I want to go, well, wait a minute. And then you mad because you're going to Thailand, but I read Thailand is good too. So
I heard it is. I'm letting it's a sister's trip. So at first it was called Bali, Babes of Bali, Babes Going to Bali or something like that. So they're going to Thailand, but my daughter invited me, so I'm letting her call it. So she said we going there. Like I told her, I just want to be with you. When I found out it was 30-hour trip, 30 hours of travel, I like, what?
Is it really? It's 30-hour flight?
30 hours. Like when you leaving from Kansas City, you have a few layovers and you go to different states, then you leave out of, I think we go to Chicago or somewhere. And then we leave out of Chicago to there or wherever. So I was like, wow, okay. And they were talking about you gotta wear. Huh?
You been on a plane that long before?
No.
Me neither.
This is a person that driving, I don't do over 3 hours. I'm like, okay, we ain't there. We need to fly moving forward. I am not
It
the
was,
one.
you said 14 and a half.
The 2 hours up. I don't know where we at, but we need to jump on somebody's plane.
But yeah, that's me. I'm like, okay, where's the nearest airport? I'll fly everywhere. I don't have a problem with it.
Now, I just
But
rolled up here with my son for, he said 13 and a half hours. I don't know. I stopped counting after 12
You
because
drove,
I
wait
was
a
too
minute.
big.
Marvin, you drove 13 and a half hours?
no, she said drove. They
Drove.
drove.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You drove 13 and a half hours?
We drove from North Carolina to Chicago.
Mm.
He
Wow.
told me 12 hours. And I was over there calculating, I was using my physics. Okay, so now I'm going to give me at least 3 stops every 4 hours. And I was looking at the dog like, you need to help me out. The dog, road dog we need. He looking at me, I'm looking at him. I was like, this trip getting longer and longer. And I was like, I don't know if I can hold you. I'm an old woman. I was running. He ought to get something to eat. I was too busy running to the bathroom to get my no.
Right, that's my issue right there, right? But you know what? I don't have a desire to do like a cross. I don't say cross country, but from state to state. Like I want to drive from, like, say from here to, like, I want to go to Seattle, Washington. So I want to drive there though. So I want to drive to Seattle, Washington, which is about 14, 15 hours, but I was gonna do it in days. It wouldn't be like no whole.
Yeah, now that would be me. That's the only way I'm gonna do it. Like,
Yeah.
but like my nephew, he went from San Diego to North Carolina.
Oh God.
I said the devil is a lot.
No,
You
we
can
are
find no planes.
Child, that was 40 all that was
Catherine, I would like, y'all can go ahead, call me an Uber. I'm gonna go to the airport and I'm gonna meet y'all there.
Right.
I'm
That's
not sitting down in this car no more. I'm not doing
right.
it.
But he loved it. He stopped here in Kansas City. He went straight from San Diego to Kansas City. And then he left Kansas City, stayed all night, did 4th of July and all that, I guess. And then got back on the road and went to North Carolina. And I said, oh, that's special. But his wife, she was like that all the time. She would jump in the car, they a young married couple. So he said something to her. She jumps in the car. She's coming back to Kansas City. Then she missed him, and now she's back in California. I said, honey, stop.
That's too much.
It's too much.
That
is too much. But no, I accept who I am.
Girl, I'm cool.
Hey, it's a plane ticket. I'm sorry.
No, I called American Airlines and told them, listen, this is during the pandemic. I've got to get to Phoenix, but I do not want to be in every one of y'all airports. So I need Michelle, what can you do for me, baby? So she got me a direct flight from Raleigh-Durham to Phoenix. I was like, cool, I can do that. I don't have to be, I can hold it. My body knows we ain't going in that airplane, so we good. She said, well, Miss Marvis, I'm not gonna be able to get you a flight out of Phoenix to RDU straight. You're gonna have to stop in Dallas Fort Worth. I said, well, okay, so how long do I have? She said, you know what, it's gonna be like an hour delay. I said, okay. So I have to be worried about, because I hadn't been, so I didn't know that, you got to wear a mask everywhere you went. Because if I had known this, I've been fine. Girl, why did that plane was delayed on the tarmac in Phoenix? And I didn't know because I had it in airplane mode. So by the time I got to Dallas Fort Worth, and was trying to do an OJ to run to the gate thinking I had time because you got to put my luggage. the plane had left the building. So
No.
I was like, oh God.
You missed your flight?
Yes. So I go to American Airlines customer service and I'm sitting, I'm sitting with the mask on. And look, y'all, I'm in here trying to sneak some sweet potato fries, and my grandpup is over here like pretty close enough, and I'm gonna try me one, and that's why you see me moving, because he determined I'm gonna be the weakest link, and I'm gonna drop some food for him. And I'm like, no, I ain't getting put out. So I go to American Airlines, and I am, I got a mask on. I'm hot and sweaty because I done tried to pull an OJ and go from terminal A to terminal C. I'm not happy. But right now I'm too tired and woke out, because your girl had on some heels, so on top of this, she trying to run. So I get to the counter, I wait my turn, and the guy, I said, the flight has left the building. And why was that? Okay, I went from American to American, so you need to look in that computer. I ain't say nothing. I didn't look, because my stepdad, he was that type of quiet person.
Uh-huh.
He just look at you. He don't say anything, and I don't learn it from him. So, I told my brother, I said, I am him reincarnated this big time. So I don't say anything, because like I said, I'm hot, I'm sweating, and then this is a problem. This is a problem I've got to fix. So there's no point, I'm already trying to dig in my pocket, looking for credit card, because I was just like, I'm not staying in no airport overnight. I mean, I just can't do it. Y'all dirty. So I just stood there. So he says, oh, well, you were cutting it close anyway. I looked at him. I ain't say anything.
Oh,
I guess he said, well, okay, she ain't cussed me out yet. Let me keep me going. So he said, oh, you were on the tarmac for 40 minutes in Phoenix. I just looked at him. He was like, well, the next plane out for RDU is not until tomorrow morning at 11 some in the a.m.
Oh.
I ain't say that. I just looked at him.
Good.
What am I going to say? It is 9 o'clock at night. And all I need to know is how I'm going to fix this problem. So he says, well, you know what? I can give you a voucher for the hotel. I said, okay. She didn't say nothing. I just shook my head. Because, my mind is still thinking, because I'm thinking, there's no way in the world I'm going to get back in these dirty clothes. And all my clean clothes is in the underbelly of the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, somewhere circling the drain with his little name tag. Oh, like, she going to come get you soon.
Right.
So, and I'm thinking, I've been in Phoenix Airport for at least 3 hours. I've been on the plane for 2 hours. Ain't nowhere in the world. I'm thinking about whether or not I'm even gonna take them back with me. I just know. So, I just stood there because, in my mind, I'm thinking, until he says enough to get me calm and to say that this has been resolved. So he said, well, I'm gonna give you a meal voucher. I said, okay, that sounds even better.
Uh-huh.
So then he said, well, do you want me to call the hotel shuttle?
Yeah, I was like,
I said, well, is there a place in the, in the airport where I can get a change of clothes? Because I did have in my book bag bras, panties, and masks. But I had no clothes.
Wait a minute.
So he said, everything's closed. I was like, oh, yeah. So I was just like, well, I need to go ahead. So just as I, glanced down at the hotel voucher, and I see Super 8. And that's when I lost the composure. Because then I was like, is it safe? This is one of the better ones.
For 8.
Me on the host roll. No, sir.
So then he called Super 8 and they don't answer. So then he got to give me 2 vouchers for taxi. I was just like,
Oh, Did
So
you
I
go
was
to the Super 8? Did
so I told, because after the fact, because I was like, I went on because if it looked like Martin Luther King Super 8, I was coming back. But because it had indoor corridor, I was like, okay, I can make it. Because I don't need to like y'all. All I need to do is just take a shower and lay down. I got enough medicine to knock me out so that I won't remember nothing. But in the meantime, I'm worried about I don't have clean clothes. So of course I have not called anybody in my circle. Nobody knows that I'm in this predicament because as soon as I got there, made sure Super 8 was gonna be acceptable. Then I had nerve to get a lift to go to Walmart.
No.
Walmart was the only thing that was open that time of night. I waited till I got out of Walmart and was waiting for Lyft before I sent my son a picture of the Dallas Cowboys stadium. So he's sitting there talking about it, about what the stadium looked like. So finally I called him. I said, you ain't even worried about what? He said, I can't remember if you had a layover or not. I said, son, this is a detour. This is not a layover. So, but it goes right back to what you said about going through the mountain, because I could have went around the mountain and I could have not gone to them to ask them what they were going to do to fix this problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I was in a pickle because, like I said, this is 9 o'clock. It's going to be at least over 12 hours before another plane rolls about here to go east.
Right, I know.
So
That
then
always makes it like a little odd. I had the same situation, and they gave us this voucher to a hotel. And to be honest, I was slept right in my clothes because our flight was in like 5 or 6 hours. We had to lay down, get up. I was like, I don't care. I just want to go home. At this point, I just want to go home. Just let me go home. That's it. I'm not gonna use y'all soap because I'm not taking these clothes off. I'll lay down, close my eyes, and I'm getting up. So, but anyway, ladies, I gotta say this has been good. It's almost 7. I went way over.
Right.
But you guys, so I'll put a post in there. Please help me remind people or bring people in. So the more people, the more different conversations we can have as well, and get to know different people from across. Because I'm really looking forward to whatever the trip is gonna have some dancing. Y'all have to promise me
no dancing.
You have to promise me that. It's gotta be some dancing.
And even if we just have music, we can do our own dancing because
Catherine,
she has encouraged us that we're gonna be learning how to do the 2-step.
Yes, Kim, don't forget to send me that link. I want to see what it is.
I am. I just friended Marvis, so
okay.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Yes, send it.
All right.
And I'm gonna be practicing. I'll be
That's
practicing.
it.
I'm gonna stand up and show you guys what I learned.
All right, I will see.
Our imaginary partners.
Right, with my imaginary partner. Right. The Lord is sending them. He's sending them. All right, ladies.
All right, take care.
Have a good night.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.